My seemingly perfect life imploded when my ex decided I belonged to her and started stalking me relentlessly. Hey Reddit, so I'm Danny, 34, and I'm about to lose my mind. My parents are great, don't get me wrong, but they're so focused on my career that they can't seem to grasp how seriously messed up my life has become. They think I'm overreacting. I wish I was. 3 months after breaking up with my girlfriend, she left me the most chilling voicemail. Basically, she threatened to never leave me alone. I went to the cops, documented everything, but my parents just keep saying she's heartbroken. It's more than heartbreak though, way more, it's like she's everywhere. I see her car near my place, feel her watching me. I'm starting to feel like I'm going crazy. I even installed security cameras. Am I overreacting, or is this as terrifying as it feels? Okay, so maybe I should back up a bit. The breakup wasn't exactly amicable. I thought it was at the time. We'd been dating for 2 years, things were getting intense. She wanted to move in together, get married, the whole 9 yards. I wasn't ready. Not even close. I told her gently, I thought. Said I needed some space, some time to figure things out. She seemed to take it okay. A little sad, sure, but understanding. That was a lie. A few weeks later, I started seeing someone new. Nothing serious, just casual dates. I didn't even mention it to Serena. Why would I? We were broken up. Then bam, one night I'm scrolling through Instagram and there it is. A picture of me and my date, leaving a restaurant. Tagged with stalker Huel Bemine Joukent Leavim. My blood ran cold. I felt physically sick, like I was going to throw up. How did she even know? Where was she? I immediately checked the comments. And there it was, a comment from her account. Just wait, Danny, you'll regret this. My heart was pounding in my chest. I felt this wave of nausea wash over me. I confronted her, obviously. Demanded to know how she got the picture, why she was following me. Her response: I just happened to be there. And you look happy, I don't like that. She said it so casually, like it was the most normal thing in the world. I blocked her immediately, everywhere. I told my parents what happened, showed them the post and the comments, their reaction. Oh honey, she's just jealous, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm being stalked online. This isn't just jealousy, this is obsession. I knew right then and there that this was going to be a nightmare. That photo, that comment, that was the moment everything changed. It was the beginning of the end of my normal life. My seemingly perfect life imploded when my ex decided I belonged to her and started stalking me relentlessly. Hey Reddit, so I'm Danny, 34, and I'm about to lose my mind. My parents are great, don't get me wrong, but they're so focused on my career that they can't seem to grasp how seriously messed up my life has become. They think I'm overreacting. I wish I was. 3 months after breaking up with my girlfriend, she left me the most chilling voicemail. Basically, she threatened to never leave me alone. I went to the cops, documented everything, but my parents just keep saying she's heartbroken. It's more than heartbreak though, way more, it's like she's everywhere. I see her car near my place, feel her watching me. I'm starting to feel like I'm going crazy. I even installed security cameras. Am I overreacting, or is this as terrifying as it feels? Okay, so last night was the final straw. I finally snapped. I was having dinner with my parents, trying to explain how scared I was, how this was affecting my work, my sleep, everything. I showed them the police report, the screenshots of her insane messages. Mom, Dad, this isn't normal. I'm genuinely afraid for my safety. My voice was shaking. I couldn't even hold my fork steady. My dad sighed, that condescending sigh he does when he thinks I'm being dramatic. Danny, he said, you're a successful software engineer. You're smart, you're capable. Don't let this girl get to you. She's just trying to get your attention. My mom chimed in. He's right, sweetie. Just ignore her. She'll get bored eventually. Ignore her, she's threatening me. Ignore her, Mom, she's following me. She's posting pictures of me online. She knows where I go, who I'm with. This isn't normal jealousy, this is obsessive, scary behavior. My hands were clammy, my heart racing. I felt like I was suffocating. My dad actually chuckled. Oh, come on, son, she's probably just using a location tag or something. Don't be so paranoid. That's when I lost it. Paranoid? She's harassing me. I'm living in fear and you're telling me I'm paranoid. I slammed my fist on the table, making the dishes rattle. I could feel the blood rushing to my face. My mom gasped, Danny, don't be disrespectful, your father is just trying to help. Help by minimizing my fear and telling me I'm overreacting. That's not help, that's gaslighting. I stood up abruptly, pushing my chair back so hard it scraped against the floor. Don't you dare use that word with us, young man, my dad's voice boomed. We're your parents, we know what's best for you. Right then, in that moment, staring at their faces, their expressions of annoyance and dismissal, it hit me. This wasn't normal. This wasn't healthy. They weren't listening. They didn't care. They couldn't see past their perfect image of me, the successful son, to see the terrified human being standing right in front of them. I just walked out. Didn't say a word, just left. I'm sitting in my car now, shaking, trying to figure out what to do. I feel so alone, so incredibly, terrifyingly alone. Someone tell me I'm not crazy. Please. 2 days later, and things have gone from bad to nuclear. I knew leaving my parents' house like that would have consequences, but I didn't expect this. My aunt called this morning. Aunt Carol, the sweetest, most gentle soul you could imagine. She was crying. Sobbing, actually. Apparently, my mother called her, hysterical, saying I was having a mental breakdown and accusing Serena of driving me to it. She painted this picture of me as some unstable, obsessive ex who couldn't handle the breakup. Are you kidding me? My own mother is spreading lies about me to the entire family. Aunt Carol said, Danny, honey, your mother is so worried. She said you're not yourself, that you're accusing this poor girl of terrible things. Poor girl? This poor girl is making my life a living hell. I tried to explain, to tell her what was really happening, but she just kept talking over me. Just apologize to Serena, sweetie. It'll all blow over. Your mother said she just wants you to be happy again. Happy. How can I be happy when I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, wondering where she'll pop up next? I finally just hung up. I couldn't take it anymore. This is insane. My own family is siding with my stalker. They're actively contributing to my distress. It's like they're trying to drive me crazy. And then, the kicker. This afternoon, I get a text from my cousin, Emily. Hey Danny, just heard about what's going on. So sorry you're going through a rough patch. Hope you feel better soon. Just remember, sometimes it's better to let go. Don't ruin someone's life over a breakup. Ruin someone's life? SHE's ruining my life. I'm officially at my breaking point. This isn't just about Serena anymore. This is about my family's complete and utter inability to see the truth, to support me when I need them most. They're choosing to believe a fabricated narrative rather than listening to their own son. It's like they want me to be the crazy one. I need to do something. I need to fight back. But how? I'm starting to feel like I'm losing this battle. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can barely function. This is destroying me. I need to find a way to stop this before it's too late. So I'm sitting at my desk, barely functioning, staring blankly at my computer screen when Sarah walks over. Sarah's a coworker, really sharp, and we've been chatting more lately. I look like death warmed over, apparently. Danny, she says, you look like you haven't slept in days. Everything okay? I hesitated. I didn't want to burden her with this whole crazy saga. But then, I don't know, something just snapped. I blurted it all out. The voicemail, the stalking, the pictures, my parents' denial, my family turning against me, the whole 9 yards, I just word vomited everything. Sarah's face went from concern to utterly horrified. Her jaw actually dropped. Wait, she says, she's following you, posting pictures of you online, and your family isn't believing you. I nodded miserably. They think I'm overreacting, that I'm making it all up. They're actually siding with her. Sarah just stared at me for a second, then she sat down next to me. Danny, she said, her voice low and serious, this isn't okay, this isn't normal, you're not overreacting. Hearing those words from someone who wasn't related to me, someone who could see the situation clearly, it was like a punch to the gut. But a good punch. Like someone finally waking me up from a nightmare. I know it's not okay, I stammered, but everyone keeps telling me I'm being dramatic, that I need to just let it go. Sarah shook her head. No, absolutely not. This is textbook stalking behavior, it's dangerous, and you need to take it seriously. Then she dropped a bombshell. Danny, she said quietly, I've been through something similar. A few years ago, I had a stalker. It escalated quickly, and it got really scary. My eyes widened, I had no idea. Suddenly, everything clicked into place. The way she listened, the way she understood, the intensity in her eyes, she got it. She knew what I was going through. He started with online harassment just like this, she continued. Then he started showing up at my work, my apartment, it was terrifying. I had to get a restraining order, and even then he kept pushing the boundaries. Hearing her story, seeing the pain in her eyes, it validated everything I was feeling. It wasn't in my head. I wasn't crazy. This was real and it was serious. What did you do? I asked, my voice barely a whisper. I documented everything, she said firmly. Every text, every email, every phone call, every time I saw him. I kept a detailed log and I took it to the police. Don't let anyone minimize what you're going through. Your feelings are valid, your fear is real, and you deserve to feel safe. That's when it hit me, I wasn't alone. Someone finally believed me, And more than that, she gave me a roadmap. She showed me what I needed to do. Document everything, I repeated, the words sinking in. Everything, Sarah nodded. Yes, and don't hesitate to go back to the police. If they're not taking you seriously, find someone who will. There are resources out there, people who can help. In that moment, talking to Sarah, I felt a shift inside me. The fear was still there, but it was different. It was sharper, more focused. It wasn't the paralyzing fear of the unknown anymore. It was the fear of a real threat, a threat I could fight. And I knew with absolute certainty that I would fight. For my safety, for my sanity, for my life. I wasn't going to let Serena or my family's denial destroy me. This was my turning point. I was finally ready to take control, so I got a restraining order. Figured that would be the end of it, right, wrong, dead wrong. I was leaving work a few days later and I saw it. Her beat-up Honda Civic parked right behind my car, blocking me in. My stomach dropped. I just knew who it was before I even saw her. I froze. My heart started pounding in my chest. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Then the driver's side door opened and there she was, Serena, smirking like she'd just won some sick game. I told you you'll never escape me, she hissed, her voice dripping with venom. I was speechless. She was violating the restraining order right there in broad daylight in the company parking lot. Everyone could see. Serena, what the hell are you doing? You need to leave, now. My voice was shaking, but I tried to sound firm. She just laughed. A cold, cruel laugh that sent chills down my spine. Oh, Danny, she purred, taking a step closer. You think a piece of paper is going to stop me? You're mine. You'll always be mine. I backed away, my hands shaking. I wanted to scream, to run, to disappear. But I was trapped, blocked in by her car. She kept coming closer, her eyes wild, her smile twisted. You're pathetic, Danny, she spat. Trying to get away from me. You think you can replace me. You think anyone else could ever love you like I do. And then she did it. The thing that finally pushed me over the edge. She took her keys out of her purse and in one swift, malicious motion, raked them across the entire side of my car. A long, sickening screech of metal against paint. I watched in horror as a deep, jagged scratch appeared, stretching from the front fender all the way to the back bumper. I gasped. It was more than just vandalism. It was a violation. A physical manifestation of her obsession, her rage, her complete disregard for the law, for me, for everything. Something inside me snapped. The fear, the anxiety, the paralysis, it all vanished. Replaced by a white-hot rage, a burning determination I hadn't felt before. It was like a switch flipped in my brain. I was done being the victim, done being afraid, done letting her control my life. You bitch, I roared, my voice echoing through the parking lot. People started to stare. I didn't care, I was past caring. Serena just smirked, a look of pure, unadulterated malice on her face. Oops, she said sweetly. Looks like someone's having a bad day. Then she turned and sauntered back to her car, got in and drove away, just like that. I stood there, trembling, my fists clenched, staring at the mangled side of my car. The scratch gleamed in the afternoon sun, a permanent reminder of her cruelty, her madness. But it was more than just a scratch. It was a battle scar, a symbol of the war she had declared on me. And in that moment, staring at the damage, I made a decision. I wasn't going to run anymore. I wasn't going to hide. I was going to fight back with everything I had. I was going to destroy her. Not physically, of course. But I was going to expose her, to hold her accountable for every single thing she had done. I was going to make sure she could never do this to anyone else. That scratch on my car, it wasn't just damage. It was a turning point. It was the moment I stopped being a victim and became a warrior. This was war. Okay, Reddit, after that absolute nightmare in the parking lot, I knew I couldn't just sit around and wait for the next crazy thing to happen. This wasn't just about getting even, it was about survival. I knew I had to be smart, strategic, and completely ruthless in my approach. This wasn't a game anymore. This was my life. First things first, documentation. I already had a decent start, thanks to Sarah's advice. I had the police reports, screenshots of the Instagram posts and texts, and the chilling voicemail saved. But I needed more. I went back and pulled everything. Every email, every text, even old Facebook messages from when things seemed normal. I printed them all out, organized them chronologically, and put them in a binder. I called it my Serena Survival Guide. Yes, I named it. It felt empowering. Next, I installed a dashcam in my car, high definition with night vision. I wasn't going to let her get away with anything else. Every interaction, every drive-by, everything would be recorded. Checkmate, Serena. Then, I went back through my security camera footage. I knew she had been lurking around my apartment, but I needed proof. and there it was. Grainy but undeniable. Footage of her car driving slowly past my building multiple times late at night. Gold. I also started keeping a detailed log of every single encounter, no matter how small. Date, time, location, what happened. I even noted down what she was wearing. I became my own private investigator. I was obsessive about it, but I had to be. This was my life on the line. Sarah was my rock through all of this. She helped me organize the evidence, listened to me rant and rave, and kept me sane when I felt like I was losing my mind. She connected me with a therapist who specialized in trauma and stalking, and that was a game changer. Talking to someone who understood, who validated my fears, helped me process the trauma and develop coping mechanisms. It was like having a secret weapon. I knew I needed legal help, so I found a lawyer who specialized in restraining orders and harassment cases. He was expensive, but worth every penny. He looked at my evidence, listened to my story, and said, "We've got her." Those 3 words were music to my ears. The most important part of my preparation, though, wasn't the evidence or the legal strategy. It was the mental and emotional shift. I had to stop seeing myself as a victim and start seeing myself as a survivor. I had to take control of the narrative, to own my story, and to fight for my life. I visualized the confrontation, the trial, me presenting the evidence, calm and collected, while she squirmed under the weight of her own lies. I practiced my testimony over and over until I could recite it in my sleep. I was ready. I was prepared. I was going to win. This wasn't just about getting a restraining order anymore. This was about taking back my life. This was about justice. Okay, Reddit, so the day of the trial finally arrived. I was a nervous wreck, obviously. My hands were clammy, my heart was racing, and I felt like I was going to throw up. But under that fear, there was this steely resolve. I was done being afraid. This was it. My chance to finally expose Serena for the monster she was. The courtroom was packed. My parents were there, looking worried. Sarah was there too, her presence a silent but powerful source of strength. And then there she was, Serena, sitting next to her sister and parents, looking all innocent and wide-eyed. It made me sick. She pleaded not guilty, of course. Claimed I was the obsessed one, that she was the victim. Her lawyer tried to paint this picture of me as some unstable, lovesick ex who couldn't handle the breakup. I wanted to scream. I wanted to jump over the table and shake her until her teeth rattled. But I didn't. I took a deep breath, reminded myself of all the preparation I had done, and waited for my turn. When I finally took the stand, I felt this wave of calm wash over me. This was my moment. My time to shine. I swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that's exactly what I did. The prosecution laid out the case, presenting all the evidence I had meticulously gathered. The Instagram posts, the texts, the emails, the security footage, the dashcam video of her keying my car. It was all there in black and white, and sometimes, glorious HD color. The turning point came when the prosecution played the voicemail. That chilling, menacing whisper, "You think you can just walk away, Danny? You'll never escape me, you belong to me." The courtroom was silent. You could hear a pin drop, even my parents looked stunned. They finally heard it, the raw, unfiltered evidence of her obsession. The blood drained from Serena's face. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. Then came the dashcam footage of the vandalism, the sickening screech of metal against paint. The look of pure malice on her face. The jury was riveted. I could feel the power dynamic shifting. The narrative was finally unraveling. Sarah's testimony was the final nail in the coffin. She spoke calmly and confidently, describing Serena's possessive tendencies, her manipulative behavior, her escalating harassment. She didn't hold back. She told the truth, and it was devastating. During the cross-examination, Serena's lawyer tried to trip me up, to make me look unstable, to discredit my testimony. But I was ready. I had practiced for this. I stayed calm, I answered every question honestly and directly, and I refused to be baited. I could see the frustration on her lawyer's face. He was losing control. I was winning. The look on Serena's face when the jury read the verdict, priceless. Guilty, on all counts. Aggravated stalking, vandalism, violating a restraining order. The smug smirk was gone, replaced by a look of pure shock and terror. Her eyes darted around the courtroom, searching for an escape, but there was none. She was trapped, just like she had trapped me. 5 years, that's what she got. 5 years in prison. It wasn't enough, not really. But it was something. It was justice. It was validation. It was freedom. As they led her away in handcuffs, I looked over at my parents. Their faces were a mixture of shock, shame, and relief, maybe even a flicker of understanding. I didn't say anything. I didn't need to. They knew. They finally knew. I'm not gonna lie, the whole ordeal left me scarred. I still have nightmares sometimes. I'm still wary of new people. But I'm healing. I'm moving on. I'm rebuilding my life brick by brick. And I'm finally free. Free from the stalker's shadow. So Reddit, what's the takeaway here? Document everything, trust your instincts, and never ever underestimate the power of a good dashcam. And most importantly, find your Sarah. Find someone who believes you, who supports you, who helps you fight. You don't have to go through this alone. You can win. I did, and so can you. Hey Reddit, it's Danny again. Remember me? The guy whose ex turned into a full-blown stalker. Yeah, well, it's been 6 months since the trial and I wanted to give you all an update. The immediate aftermath was weird. A huge wave of relief, obviously, like a massive weight had been lifted off my chest, but also exhaustion. I was drained, emotionally and physically. The whole ordeal had taken so much out of me. My parents, well, let's just say things are still a little awkward. They apologized, of course, said they were wrong, that they should have listened to me. It's a start, I guess, but the damage is done. There's still this underlying tension, this unspoken resentment. I don't think things will ever be quite the same. It's been a long road to recovery. Therapy has been a lifesaver. It helped me process the trauma, to understand what happened, and to start rebuilding my life. I moved to a new apartment, changed my phone number, and basically went off the grid for a while. I needed space. I needed to heal. Work has been a good distraction. I threw myself into a new project, and it's been incredibly therapeutic. It's given me something to focus on, something positive to channel my energy into. Sarah, as always, has been amazing. She checked in on me constantly, made sure I was eating, sleeping, and generally not losing my mind. She's more than a coworker now. She's family. I honestly don't know what I would have done without her. She's the real MVP. I still have moments of anxiety, especially when I see a car that looks like hers. And the nightmares haven't completely gone away. But they're getting better, less frequent, less intense. I'm learning to manage the triggers, to cope with the residual fear. It's a process. One thing I've learned from all this is the importance of self-care. I'm taking better care of myself now, physically and emotionally. I'm eating healthier, exercising regularly, and making time for things I enjoy. I'm rediscovering who I am, outside of this whole nightmare. I'm also learning to trust my gut. I ignored my instincts for too long, and it almost cost me everything. Now I listen to that little voice inside my head. It hasn't steered me wrong yet. So where do I stand now? I'm not 100% yet, not by a long shot, but I'm getting there. I'm stronger, more resilient, and more aware of my own strength than I ever thought possible. I survived, I won, and that's something to be proud of. So Reddit, I'm curious. Has anyone else gone through something similar? How did you cope? What advice would you give to someone in this situation? Any tips for dealing with the aftermath, the anxiety, the lingering fear? Let me know. Your experiences and insights could help someone else who's going through this right now. Thanks for listening.